This for my baby. Gxlden.Chvld.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, the Golden Child, and we're back with another video. If you guys like my makeup look, let me know in the comments below, and I will film a tutorial for you guys. But this makeup look was for my goddaughter's christening today. It was really great. I met her for the first time. She's beautiful. Her name is Callie, and I'm so glad to be her godmother. But anyways, what this video is about is I wanted to talk about the opinion that white men treat black women better than black men do. And being that I am a black woman dating a white man, I found it appropriate for me to address this topic. Now, for anyone who doesn't know Serena Williams, she is a very famous tennis player. She is a beautiful black woman. She's also like a very I had stumbled upon this post on social media. I forgot whether it was Snapchat or Instagram, but it was talking about this article like published a year ago where Serena was like agreeing with this opinion, and yeah, it's just in her experience. It's more of an experience-based thing. Someone could say the total opposite, but me personally, I would have to agree with Serena because my experience coincides with that notion. Just growing up, of course, dark skin girls didn't really get much love. Of course, we're getting all this love now, but we needed it a long time ago. It should have always been there. But regardless, the people primarily putting me down for my dark skin was other black people, mostly like black guys. I think I was like too dark, or I was too this, I was too that. That's more of like a colorism issue. But in regards to like blackness in and of itself, in my personal experience, it would actually be other black people who would like tell me that I'm too dark or I'm too this, too that. Like growing up, it was hard in school being a dark skinned girl because all the guys either wanted a light skinned girl or one who was white, just anything and everything that I was not. So that wasn't really fun. But anyways, Gavin being my first boyfriend, that is for a reason. He has treated me better than any other guy thus far. I used to think him being white was coincidental, but I've been told from my friends, and my friends are mostly black people. I want to say like 90%. They would tell me that say, oh, it's because he's white. And I would just be like totally floored by that when I first started hearing it, because it's like anyone can treat you amazing. It doesn't have to be like a white person. Like you don't have to like search out someone in this skin color for them to treat you the same way that I'm being treated, essentially. But what really like made me think that it might be true was hearing from my like black guy friends. I tell them how me and my boyfriend had met and everything, and then how he asked me out, and I'll make a video about that, how he asked me out. But just he asked me out in a really sweet way. He went the extra mile to show his interest in me, just going above and beyond to show his interest in me, make sure that I knew that he liked me. And they would tell me that, oh, they couldn't see themselves doing that for a girl, and they didn't really say it, but I felt as though it was kind of in the air that it's because he was white. They couldn't like see themselves doing that as black guys. I was on social media one day, I forgot whether it was Snapchat or Instagram, but I stumbled upon this article about Serena Williams basically agreeing with this notion. And I've seen how people treat Serena Williams, calling her an ape, calling her ugly, calling her a man, saying all kinds of nasty things about her. And it would come from both sides, black, white, otherwise, everything. But I noticed that it was a lot of like black people denouncing her and everything. Like, she's an amazing person. She's a famous tennis player. She shows lots of black pride. But it's really unfortunate that it would mostly be her own people tearing her down. So I really don't blame her for her choices and her feeling this way, because to be quite honest, she's not like Zendaya, for example. Zendaya, who is biracial, she's fair skinned, she's kind of like skinny. It's different. While they are both black women, they are treated completely differently, as though they are two completely different types of people. And yeah, Zendaya is more accepted in society. She looks more Eurocentric because she's half white. And it just kind of is what it is. And Serena Williams just embodies all these things that they say that black girls aren't supposed to be. You're not supposed to be too dark. You're not supposed to be too muscly, too athletic, all of that. And a lot of guys are like intimidated by that. And it's unfortunate that lots of black guys are intimidated by that. And that's something I have found too. Like a lot of the strong traits that black females have, like black men are kind of like scared away by that, whereas like white men aren't. Like for example, a more muscly girl, a black guy might not go for her because it tends to be that notion that like, oh, she's too muscly, and like it challenges their masculinity almost, or something like that. It's just what I've observed. These are just my opinions, But I feel as though Serena Williams is totally justified, because I feel as though black men to an extent have failed her. And it's not to say that all black men have like denounced her or anything, but she's just totally justified in how she feels from someone who's in a similar situation to her. I just like who I like. And that's where this notion comes from. It's really not a color thing. And another thing too about this topic, I feel as though it's totally different a white guy dating a black girl than a black guy dating a white girl. Just because in my experience, and black guys have agreed with me on this a lot of the times, not always, but a lot of the time, for black guys, it stems from like a self-hate pretty much. Like, anyone who knows anything about this topic knows that there are plenty of black guys who like to be like, oh, I don't like black women because this, that, and the third. So they turn to white women for dumb reasons. Like, they say black girls are too loud, black girls are too ghetto, black girls don't have hair. So it's notions like this also that support Serena's like feelings and opinions and everything. I just feel as though us as a community need to do a lot better so black women don't feel this way. And it's not to say either that, oh, we should get black women to stop dating white men or anything like that. It's just that shouldn't be the reason that races are commingling. It shouldn't be because there is self-hate within a single race. It should be because love is love. That's like the basis of everything. I unfortunately, due to my personal experiences, would have to concur that I've been treated better by a white man just with my personal experience. But it's not to say that my overarching opinion of black and white males is that white men are superior, because that's not the case. I've just had an unfortunate experience with black men. And just being a teenager, we're all still maturing. Mistakes were made. It's not to say that oh, I'm gonna like flip it and say that black guys treat black girls better. It's just there's too much self-hate. This question shouldn't even have to be a question. I primarily feel this way because Gavin embraces all of my features that other like black males made me feel insecure about. Like, besides my skin, just my hair. Like, he loves my hair the way it is. Like, when I have my afro out, he just loves how I am naturally. And just like other small things, like me being pretty skinny, I think my butt is small, but he thinks I'm thick and everything, so it makes me feel good. Yeah, just like body insecurities, my hair, my skin, he's made me feel amazing about it. And that is something black guys didn't really do for me at all. And maybe some could argue that I was going after the wrong guy, but it was like all of them did that to me, actually. And even guys I had no involvement with, I would see their views on black women, dark-skinned women. Yeah, there was just a lot of like division there. And yeah, I've never had to deal with any of that division in my relationship, thankfully. But to be honest, I still love my black men, my black kings, those who have always treated black women well and continue to do so. I applaud you for doing so, and I hope you can teach these other guys to catch up and do better, because these guys always want to complain that like, oh, we're dating outside our race, we're doing this, we're doing that, but they don't want to step up and treat us correctly, so they're not doing anything about it. I'm not that black girl who's gonna be like, oh girl, get you a white man. That's not any of it. It's just coincidental. Again, I like him because he's him and he treats me amazing. It has nothing to do with his skin color. He was just raised correctly. That's another thing. It comes down to a lot of y'all were not raised correctly, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on this topic. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you can become one of my golden stars, and peace out.